3 and outs to start this one. So this will be a crucial play called here by Keith Director.
Lenz under center, and he'll fake the handoff play action. He's got a man open. That's caught by Reed. Nice execution there on the 3rd and long. First down, Huskies.
What a pass. Just dropped it right into the arms of Owen Reed, the running back there, playing a little bit of wide out. And once again, a terrific pass by Ruger Lenz, a freshman.
Now, was that 2 on the catch, or was that Reed?
We'll have a little time to discuss. I personally thought it was Reed, but you could have been correct. It would have made more sense to throw it to the wideout, Travis Marshall.
Yeah, I thought it was 3 Reed, but maybe that was number 2, Travis Marshall. But anyway, it was good execution on that throw, on the play action, but false start on the next play, and they'll start again with a long way to go, 1st and 15.
Yeah, a couple times now, the North Fremont Huskies have bit themselves, or stubbed their toes, I should say, as they had a couple early penalties to start their drives.
Lenz in the shotgun. He'll fake the handoff and take it himself. It's a designed quarterback run. The ball is fumbled, picked up. Looks like it's going to be Tigers football. It was a good idea from the Huskies offense, but that hit sends the ball flying. Lenz turns the ball over, and first down, Tigers.
Well, the second key of the game was to win the turnover battle, and Aberdeen gets the first turnover of the game, and now they have a chance to go up 3 scores early in this one, and this is kind of a nightmare start for the Huskies. It was a great hit.
Yeah, it was a great hit, and it was a good drive by the North Fremont Huskies. Best drive of the night so far for the white and purple. But better defense forces them to turn the ball over, and Tigers take over in Huskies territory. Ortiz awaits the snap. He'll hand it off to Shackelford. Shackelford up the middle, and he's pushed back. Nice tackling there from the Huskies, not letting, I said Shackelford. I think that was Eston Beck on the run.
Yeah, well, didn't get much there. I will say, you already talked about the uniforms. Both teams' helmets are very nice. We talked about it last week, the Tigers with a little bit of the chrome Tiger logo on the black helmet. It's just such a nice look. And then North Fremont kind of going with a carbon gray helmet. Another clean look.
So that was Eston Beck on the run. I really got to make sure we don't mess up Luke and Eston, man. 2 great runners. Want to give them the credit they deserve. They've both been running well so far, along with Eric Alvarez. Again, a steady stable of backs to lead this Tigers team.
And Alvarez will check in on this play here.
Looks like we have a timeout. There may have been some confusion on the field. Timeout Aberdeen, the first timeout of the half. Let's recognize the sponsor, Logan. Maybe 2.
Yeah, let's get a couple in here. Sun River of Idaho and Aberdeen is a locally owned potato fresh pack company, and they've been locally owned and serving the local area for over 25 years. Give Sun River of Idaho a call at 208-397-4166 today. Everyone at Sun River of Idaho is proud to support all Aberdeen student athletes. And Kim Wallen is a proud third-generation farmer and huge supporter of the local community and schools. Kim Wallen Farms raises wheat, sugar beets, corn, and you guessed it, potatoes on prime farmland. Everyone at Kim Wallen Farms wants to wish the Aberdeen Tigers good luck in today's game. And how about a third sponsor? That would be St. Anthony Motors, where you can get a $10 oil change for life with the purchase of any new or pre-owned vehicle. That's right, buy any new or pre-owned vehicle, and you'll pay $10 for oil changes as long as you own the vehicle. St. Anthony Motors also services all makes and models. Their service department loves servicing Southeast Idaho with professional and expert services. Come in today and talk to their amazing sales team to find the perfect vehicle for your needs at St. Anthony Motors.
Super thankful for all of our sponsors making this game possible. That's a fake handoff. They're going to throw to the outside. Solid throw. Tries to make his man miss. He does. Moving and shaking is number 3, Esteban Cerna. And Cerna will get a first down and then more. Nice throw to the flat and let Lupe Ortiz let Cerna do his work.
Yes, Cerna, didn't get a ton of time with ton of touches with the ball last week. Already making his presence known here with a couple catches. And that one for a lot of yards, shaked and baked, like you said, down to the 30-yard line.
And Coach Derek Jolly said if they give us the throw, we're going to take it. And that they definitely saw something there. They wanted to, and it worked out. Ortiz fakes another throw, and he'll take it right up the middle. Again, solid, strong running from Ortiz.
He's been awesome tonight for the Tigers. Just putting this game in his own, in the center of his palms early. He's been getting everything he wants out of the Husky defense. His first carry, I think, was his shortest, only 4 yards. Ever since then, it's been 7+.
2nd and 3, 4:14 and counting to play. Ball just inside the 20. It's going to be a handoff to Shackelford. I said it again, Eston Beck. Excuse me, Eston Beck. I'm going to know that, oh, this guy is soda after the game. Nice run there from Eston Beck. Just up the middle, good blocking. Positive yards on every carry for the Tigers. I think except for one carry, they've had positive yards, indeed, on every carry, Logan.
Yeah, they've been outstanding running the rock tonight. Getting another first down. And ever since their first 3 and out, their offense is really locked in and just continuing to pound the ball up the middle. Some smash mouth football, Joel.
No doubt. We saw a similar start against Priest River. But again, that quote, quiet start erupted quickly thereafter. Here's a handoff to Eric Alvarez. And Eric Alvarez we brought down after about a 5-yard carry. Solid running from the sophomore.
And once again, just spreading the ball out. As a coach, you love when you can have, two guys who can carry the ball well. Well, Aberdeen's proven to have really 4 guys that can carry, including their quarterback.
Including the quarterback.
Who's, without looking with the live stats, I believe he probably has the most rushing yards so far out of the 4.
Definitely vying for that player of the game, as he has 2 touchdowns already, the only 2 touchdowns in the game for both teams. Takes the snap, he will hand it off, and nice running there from Luke Shackelford. Shackelford says, you got 2, at least give me 1. Nice run up the middle, almost untouched there, and Shackelford gets in for 6 more.
Yeah, once again, just breaking the second level and just this time finding the end zone on this run. Up 3 scores early in this one.
The PAT is blocked. So not a quick enough snap, and the special teams got to it, so it'll keep the score at 20-0 with 2:38 to play.
Yeah, they just got back in there, ambushed the kicker and get the blocked PAT. And at Big Judd's in Ashton, their homemade burgers are made with fresh ingredients every day. Their meat is never pre-made or frozen. The challenge is on whether you order the famous 1-pound burger or the 2-pound burger. But if you order the man versus food burger, all bets are off. Not a burger fan? Big Judd's also has chicken sandwiches, salads, finger steaks, and more. You'll find something for everyone at Big Judd's. They're open at 11 a.m. Monday through Friday and are always ready to serve you. Located at 1370 Highway 20 in Ashton, or check out the menu online at BigJuds.com. I went to the Big Judd's in Boise. I talked to Joel. We're looking at sponsors for this. Had no idea Big Judd started in East Idaho.
Sure did. Yeah, started just outside of Rexburg. And then they added a location in Ashton at the gas station there just before you make the climb into Island Park up Ashton Hill. And my family and I love going to Big Judd's in the summers, grabbing lunch or dinner there. Could use some Big Judd's right now, right. Logan.
Be awesome.
And, I've been hanging out with Logan a little bit recently. We've been doing this is our 3rd game together in 6 days. And a little lesser known fact about Logan, he doesn't like burgers, everybody. So, make sure you shout him out for or criticize him for not liking burgers. Nice swarming tackle there on the kickoff. North Fremont will get the ball at the 30-yard line. But, yeah, Big Judd's, great burgers. And sometimes when you have those kind of gimmicky burgers, right, or gimmicky food, it's fun, it's big, you know, whatever, but it's not very good, right? But, oof, big Juds. For someone who doesn't like burgers, Logan, I don't know. You may need to try it, but really good burgers, great meat, bread, and a good mixture of condiments and lettuce, pickle, tomato. We get a run to the outside, trying to pick his way through. We'll get a nice gain about 3 or 4 yards. And that was Travis Marshall on the carry. The sophomore wide receiver also plays cornerback and strong safety. 2:07 to play in the first half. It's been all Aberdeen Tigers. North Fremont had a decent drive on their last one, but fumbled the ball. Ruger Lenz fumbled the ball on a QB carry. Aberdeen took over and scored on their next possession. Lenz throws to the outside, a couple stiff arms. Tries to turn up, and some extracurricular as the whistles were blown, but no flags, just some hard tackling, playing through the whistle. And we'll see how much forward progress they give him on the third and manageable.
Yeah, with the clock running here, maybe see a shot play, maybe a little bit of a pass here. It's been proven that Ruger Lenz can deliver the ball. See what they come up with here on third and manageable.
And here is a throw. It's a duck, and that's almost intercepted, just short. And that's number 9, Ruger Lenz. We've been talking about him a little bit. Coach really likes Lenz. He's tall, athletic, does everything the coach needs him to do as the ball falls incomplete. But, great story here between Lenz and Coach Director. Coach Director was coaching him in baseball. Lenz was playing catcher. And Director went up to Lenz during the baseball season in the summer with some travel baseball, Logan, and said, hey, Ruger, what position do you think you're going to play in the football season coming up? And Lenz said, well, I'll probably tight end like my dad and people I know. And Coach said, Ruger, you're going to be our starting quarterback someday. You are going to be the face of North Fremont football. And sure enough, here he is in his third start for the Huskies. But the Huskies elect to punt with 4th and 4, 1:05 to play. And the ball, as it's about to take an Aberdeen bounce, is collected by the Huskies. And Aberdeen Tigers will take over about the 45-yard line with 1:02 to play, which is enough time for this Tigers rushing attack with a few passes mixed in to maybe get one more score before halftime.
Yeah, we'll see if they maybe get the ball down to Cerna. He's had, or in the pass game, he's had a couple receptions so far tonight. Cerna. Esteban Cerna.
Yeah,
there are 3 Cernas on this roster, so I had to make sure I had the right one.
Yeah, you had Ronnie and you have Esteban, and they're both brothers. You also got another host of brothers, Daniel and John McGrage, a junior and sophomore on this Tigers football team. Ortiz takes a snap at the flag on the play. This may be a free play. And this is Lupe trying to get outside, trying to shimmy and shake, but good pursuit by Huskies, led by Benny Torres, the junior DB. So that is a 5-yard penalty on the Tigers. So with less than a minute to go before halftime, Tigers, you never say never, but after that penalty, they may not be able to execute close enough for a touchdown. Although we'd love to see some Barrera on a field goal, maybe.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. We haven't yet to see him get a field goal attempt or just PATs,
right? Which he's solid on.
Yeah, and Aberdeen's been able to drive down the field. They really haven't had to have a field goal situation so far in the 2 playoff games we've called.
30 seconds and counting before half. Ortiz takes the snap, hands it off just right up the middle, following his blockers. And he'll be just shy of the original line of scrimmage. As the clock continues to run, that should take us to halftime. Unless they want to run one more play. And the Tigers are coming off the field. And the Huskies will come off as well. And that'll take us to the end of the first half. with the Tigers leading the Huskies 20-0 in this quarterfinals matchup of two East Idaho teams. A good one so far. We'll take a quick break and be right back for halftime show. You're watching the second week of Idaho High School football playoffs, 3A quarterfinals matchup. We'll be right back.
Dear road rivals, every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan. Nissan and Ford charge extra for maintenance. At Toyota, we take care of our drivers. Join us. Toyota. Toyota. Let's go places.
Let's talk about open enrollment for health insurance. Your Health Idaho's got you covered with all you need to know. Open enrollment is the time of year where you can enroll in or change your health insurance coverage. And Your Health Idaho is the place to go for quality coverage at a lower cost. 25% of enrollees pay $25 or less. Make sure to enroll by December 16th to get covered and save money.
This year, help dreams come true with the Ideal Idaho 529 Education Savings Program. Our easy-to-use tools make it simple to plan for your child's education. With tax benefits, ownership flexibility, Ideal is the perfect way to save for college, trade school, K-12 education, and student loan repayment. Join us at our next webinar to learn more about the 529 plan. Enrolling takes just 15 minutes and you can start with just $25. Visit idsaves.org if you would like to learn more.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
As Idahoans, we're not afraid to take risks.
All the way, all the way. Go. All the way down, all the way down.
Driving under the influence is not a risk we're willing to take. Be around to do more of what you love.
Ads like this keep popping up, but I see through the hype because those vape clouds people claim are just water vapor contain as many as 31 different chemicals, like formaldehyde, the stuff they preserve dead bodies with. And while the flavors sound all harmless, we still have no idea what these ingredients could be doing to our bodies. But I already see vaping for exactly what it is. Get the real facts at BehindTheHaze.com.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota. Let's go places.
Let's talk about open enrollment for health insurance.
We're Valleywide Cooperative. For 100 years, we've been your first choice for residential and commercial propane, fuels, oils, and lubricants. We service HVAC, install water heaters, propane tanks, and accessories. And yes, we'll even deliver right where you need it. Because for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valleywide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Dear Triathlon, let's take on iconic trails and race straight to the top. What's the point of winning if you can't enjoy the view? Yours, Toyota SUVs. Toyota. Let's go places.
Welcome back to Aberdeen High School here on IdahoSports.com. Quarterfinals matchup, 3A playoffs. Aberdeen leads the North Fremont Huskies by a score of 20-0. Joel Richardson with Logan Kelso. and want to clarify something. If you missed the first and a half quarters of this game, if you're obviously watching this game, you paid the $5 to watch this game live, and if you miss those 2 quarters because of some of the technical difficulties that we experienced, you can go back and watch that first quarter, the first quarter and a half, maybe depending on when you're able to get this game going on your devices. So feel free to go back, and the game is archived, and so once you paid that money, you'll be able to watch this game for a while and go back and watch that first quarter. It was a good first half, but mostly for the Aberdeen Tigers. Logan Kelso, why don't you take us through the 3 scoring drives, but all the drives that we had in the first half.
Yeah, first I was about to be like, this might be a defensive matchup. We had 2 straight 3-and-outs to start, and then it became the Lupe Ortiz show. 3 runs, including a 7-yard touchdown run to put up the Aberdeen Tigers 7-0. Immediately, North Fremont, a bad penalty early in the drive, killed it. Another 3-and-out, gave it right back to Aberdeen, and Lupe Ortiz took another challenge with that one as he took it 25 yards to the house to put him up 14-0. North Fremont got their 3rd chance with the ball, and they fumbled it, unfortunately, after a great pass by the freshman Ruger Lenz. After a great hit by the Aberdeen Tigers, they get the ball back, and this time it was Shackelford's turn with a 10-yard run into the end zone. North Fremont got one more chance with a little bit of time on the clock. Once again, kicked themselves in the foot shot themselves in the foot, I should say, as they punted once, or as they got a penalty, ended up punting the ball. Aberdeen takes us to halftime. Yeah, like you said, Joel, it's been all Aberdeen Tigers, especially Lupe Ortiz. Maybe he's a little bit jealous of Shackelford last week winning player of the game, so Ortiz wants it this week. He's an early front runner in this one. But I wouldn't call North Fremont out yet. They have a deep playbook. This team's bought all the way in, and I'd expect them to come out fiery in the second half as they will receive the ball.
Keith Director in his first year, head coach of the North Fremont Huskies. Got to talk to him for a while. What a great dude. Fun to talk to. Loves this North Fremont Huskies community. Loves the team. Again, coming from New Orleans down in Louisiana as the first-year head coach. Feels like the team is really buying into the culture that he's trying to establish, a culture of confidence, belief, character, resolve, grit, and loving each other. He mentioned that at practice, practice starts at 4 o'clock. Everyone is at 3:45 ready to go, which sometimes you might have a few stragglers, coming in at 3:59 or maybe 4:05. But everyone's there right there, 15 till, ready to go. And a couple interesting notes. You mentioned, the deep playbook. They have a lot of players. They've had some injuries throughout the season, though, specifically for their star quarterback, junior QB Peyton Martindale, and then junior running back Roy Wynn. Now, Roy Wynn is out for the season. Martindale was supposed to be out for the rest of the season, but he was just cleared to play on Monday. And so we should see him a little bit as kind of more QB2. He's going to play some defense, and he's going to play some special teams. So hopefully we'll be able to shout him out throughout the broadcast as you hear his name in the second half. Or hopefully we see him playing and you'll hear his name in the second half. Some bright spots for this Huskies team as they are down 20-0. They were blanked last time they played Aberdeen Tigers in the regular season. But the Tigers didn't see a couple of these players, including Ruger Lenz and Owen Reed. Ruger Lenz, I shouldn't say true freshman. Of course, a true freshman playing in high school, but he's a freshman playing under center for this Huskies offense. And Owen Reed in the backfield. He started in the backfield. Coach is really excited about both these kids. And we don't want to start talking about next season yet, but you love to see this Lenz kid who can throw, who can run. Yeah, he had that fumble. But I love his confidence, really buying into the culture that Keith Director is trying to establish.
Yeah, like you said, young team. We don't want to talk. This game's not over at all yet. Just 5 seniors, though. First-year head coach Keith Director. This is a program that's on the up.
Definitely.
In Aberdeen, I'll talk with them a little bit. They have a 4-person. You've been calling it a stable all night. It really is. Luke Shackelford, Nesson Beck, the 2 seniors, led with junior captain quarterback Lupe Ortiz. And then Alvarez, he's been getting a nice healthy amount of carries early in this one. We saw him carry a lot more in the fourth quarter, having a blowout win over Priest River. Tonight, trust him a little more, give him the rock, and he's been doing great so far in this one. It's been a impressive rush attack by Aberdeen. North Fremont's going to have to make some big adjustments at halftime if they want to stay in this one. But like I said earlier, good news. They have to start the ball here in the second half. It'll be interesting to see what they'll roll with play calling wise in begin this third quarter.
Definitely. I would like to see a few more passes. Lenz has a good arm. He's hit his receivers so far, and it's worked. And also, throwing the ball will stop the clock, which could help keep the Tigers' offense off the field. Because so far, the Tigers, despite that, except for that punt to start the game, every drive has ended, and except for the last drive, every other drive has ended in points for the Tigers. Let's go over really quick, Logan, North Fremont Huskies' schedule this year. They ended 5-3. We talked about this in the pregame, but a lot of folks weren't able to miss that. And of course, just a reminder again, if you missed the first quarter and a half of this game, because you're able to watch this game, you paid for it, you'll be able to go back and watch that first quarter. You'll be able to watch our pregame. But in case you want to go all the way back and listen to us, you can want to mention now, North Fremont Huskies coming in at 5-3, of course, 6-3 last week after that win, but 5-3 in the regular season. They went 4-0 to start, but they sputtered, Logan, due to injuries, of course, due to Peyton Martindale and others, Roy Wynn, their running back, but wins against Bear Lake, Kellogg, Salmon, Melba, West Jefferson, but then losses to Aberdeen, Firth, and Ryrie. That Firth loss was in overtime. That Aberdeen loss, though, 29-0, which we've already talked about a few times. And, of course, that loss to Ryrie. Ryrie's really good. They're playing tonight against Westside, and looking forward to finding out the outcome of that game. And we'll try to get you some scores here in a little bit. But that's North Fremont's season. Aberdeen, similar, but obviously more wins, as they're 4-1 in conference, 7-1 overall, with wins against American Falls, Declo, Wendell, Ryrie, North Fremont, of course, that shutout game, and then Malad and Soda Springs with one loss against Westside. But that loss was 14-12, where they lost the turnover battle, Logan. They were -3 in turnovers, 2 interceptions, and 1 fumble.
Yeah, and I know Aberdeen's not looking forward to next week yet, as they still have a half of football to assure themselves in the semifinals, and Westside still has to win their game. But, oh, man, Aberdeen, you know they want the rematch next week against that Westside team, their lone loss in conference. And another note for North Fremont, all 3 of their losses, all 3 of those teams are currently playing tonight in the quarterfinals. So, you know, they haven't had really any bad losses yet. They've won the games they need to get here. And see if Keith Director fired up his guys to start the second half. Just about a minute away here. Great.
Go ahead, Logan.
Oh, you go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, if you're looking for scores, go ahead to go on IdahoSports.com. The Friday Night Flash is up and live. And the game that we were mentioning that is of interest, Westside, Ryrie. Also, you have Grangeville and Firth and Declo Nampa Christian. But so far, we don't have any live scores for any of those games. But we do have our score is up. So shout out to whoever's working Friday Night Flash. They got our score up at least 20-0, of course. Aberdeen leading North Fremont at half. But we don't have a Westside Ryrie score up yet. Let's go through really quick. 6A playoffs. Eagle Madison is showing 0-0 in the first.
Rigby Post Falls. Who do you got in the Eagle Madison? That's one of 2 matchups. I think it's like 2 games of the week. Eagle Madison, Bishop Kelly, Minico. I know they're a little east side of ice. Minico's a little central.
Right,
but,
right.
East Idaho, Treasure Valley matchups. Who do you got in the Madison Eagle game? Who do you think?
I'm going Madison, man.
Yeah? They've been kind of disrespected all year.
The trenches travel, and Madison has gotten some love from in the media poll all season. But in terms of kind of your general feeling towards Madison, most people are like, okay, they've won some games. But, dude, they beat Skyline, who is the top 5A team so far. They defeated Thunder Ridge. They were close to Rigby. They defeated Highland, the defending champions. And Madison got a number of other big wins under the belt. And I'm going Madison that game. Eagle, obviously, they're really strong. But this year, the teams in the Boise area, 6A, aren't as strong as they traditionally are I'm going Madison in that game. But right now, all we have is 0-0. Let's check out any 5A scores. 4A, none there. 3A, 2A. Logos defeats Grace not defeats Grace. They're leading Grace by a score of 44-12 in the third quarter. Valley versus Hagerman, Kendrick, Kamei, no scores there. And in 1A, we have a host of scores. 34-6, Tri-Valley leading Rockland. 86-8, Cary demolishes Wallace. And, of course, Diedrich, 58-6, leading Cascade in this second quarter as we get set to start this second half of action. The Tigers will kick off to the Huskies. End-over-end kick recovered. That is a nice recovery from number 23 of the Huskies, Andrew Martin, and he's flipped end over end.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of that so far. Great tackling by Aberdeen just all night, not allowing the Huskies to get really any room on any carry, regardless if it's special teams or at the line of scrimmage.
So we'll see if the Huskies make any of those adjustments that we mentioned, maybe go into the air a little bit more, stop that clock. And they will run the ball to the left side, trying to follow some blockers, and with forward progress, they will get about a yard.
We'll see if the Huskies open up the playbook a little bit of conservative run on the first carry of the second half. We'll see if they try to go through the air on this drive.
Joel Richardson with Logan Kelso here at Aberdeen High School as they lead the North Fremont Huskies 20-0. Pass to the flat. And nice spin move to take his tackler for about a 5-yard gain on the throw.
Yeah, a little bit of a screen pass there, gets some solid yardage. Makes it third and manageable here, 3rd and 5. This is, I'd say, must get. This is definitely, to me, 4-down territory for the Huskies, as they're already down 3 scores. They have to have a dominant second half. They want to win this one. So they're going to have to find a first down here.
No doubt, Rugerland's in the shotgun. They hand it off. He's got a lead blocker. That's 23 on the carry, Andrew Martin. And he'll get the first down and then a couple more. Nice run in there from Martin and good blocking by his lead blocker.
Yeah, Andrew Martin only had 1 carry in the first half, getting a couple touches here early in the second half. We'll see if that's one of the adjustments the Huskies have made.
Another run here from Martin up the middle. And lead blocking is number 33, Dodge Wynn. Plays fullback, tight end, a little bit of defensive end as well. Just a sophomore. Again, this North Fremont Huskies team is a young team. 5 seniors and only 2 start usually against an Aberdeen High School team that has a few more seniors. 2nd and 6, 10 minutes to play in the third quarter. A nice run, lowers the helmet. Strong carry from Dodge Wynn.
Yeah, Huskies going a little bit more up-tempo like we expected. Now they're getting some positive yards per carry. They're starting to go a little more up-tempo. They want to say they want to get every snap off within 10 seconds, and they're definitely moving way quicker than they were in the first half.
So 3rd and 3, 9:33 to go in the third quarter. Lenz under center, play action. Throw to the outside, and that ball falls incomplete. Nice defense there from number 10, Ronnie Cerna.
Breaks up the pass, incomplete.
Ronnie Cerna, one of the 3 Cernas on the team, along with Esteban Cerna and Angel Cerna?
Yeah,
Is that how you pronounce
Angel
it?
or Angel, yeah.
Don't want to mess up the pronunciation.
So 4th and 3, they're definitely going for it. As Kelso said, it was going to be 4-down territory. He's going to be stopped in the backfield on the quarterback carry. Nowhere to go. 1st and 10, Aberdeen Tigers on offense after they stop the Huskies offense.
Well, Huskies, I won't say they had the momentum, but they definitely had a little offensive momentum going there. And the Tigers, like they've showed all season, snuffing it out, getting the ball back, and they're going to look to go up 4 scores here early in the second half. Put this game almost out of reach.
So the Huskies were having a good drive, and Tigers defense holds strong off of an incomplete pass. Nice coverage in the secondary, and stop them on 4th and 3. And the offense will take over, looking like Logan said to make it a four-score ball game. Ortiz surveys the defense. Hard counts, takes it himself after he fakes the handoff, bounces off tacklers, and gets about a 7-8 yard run.
I love the way Lupe holds the ball. He almost has 2 arms fully on the ball to protect it, not allowing a fumble there. Gets 8 yards there. And like we said all game, he's just been a lightning rod on offense. Not afraid to take contact up to the middle, inspiring the rest of his ball carriers to do the same as they have all night long.
Ortiz, the general of this offense, leading the team. Has got to be leading the team in yards so far. Here's an outside run by Eston Beck. As the cut inside, making all kinds of players miss, all kinds of moves, and making all the players miss. 1st and 10, Eston Beck in this offense.
Good job there by Travis Marshall to stop him. I thought for a second Eston Beck had nothing but green in front of him, but Travis Marshall catches up to him to stop him. But nevertheless, another 1st down for the Tigers.
So Eston Beck, great run to the outside, all the way to the Huskies' 13-yard line. 1st and 10, 8 minutes to play in this 3rd quarter. 4 minutes off the clock. Ortiz snaps it, takes it, hands it off. Nice push. Huskies try to push back, but with the forward progress, it makes it a solid 1st down run. We'll bring up 2nd and about 5. Number 10 for the Huskies comes up a little bit hobbled, Benny Torres. But it looks like he's going to stay in the ball game.
It's almost like a Ruth Goldberg machine reaction there, as a couple players knocked at each other, almost bowling pin wise, and number 10 took the grunt of that as he ran into his teammate, took hard contact.
Ortiz puts his man in motion. He hands off inside zone. Nice job there.
Beautiful.
10-5 touchdown. Number 20, Cannon Foster. Beautiful play there.
That was awesome. That was one of the better play designs I've seen. As, hand off to Cannon Foster, his 1st touch of the game and 1 touchdown in the game. Can't get more efficient than that, Joel.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now 26-0. This one's starting to get a little bit out of hand here early in the 3rd. Obviously, a lot of time still for the Huskies to work the ball up the field. So they're going to go for 2 here.
So the first 2-point conversion for the Tigers tonight, as the last PAT was blocked. Ortiz will take it himself right up the middle, following his blockers, and that 2-point conversion is good, bringing us to 28-0.
Yeah, let me get a sponsor here. Pro Pete Fertilizer is an environmental friendly product that reduces leaching. Pro Pete can help or replace organic matter back into the soil. Pro Pete is a great product for turf and ornamental applications, as it encourages steady plant growth for healthier turf with less mowing and thatch. These range from lawns and gardens to shrubs and trees. Pro Pete wants to wish the Huskies good luck tonight. And once again, Sun River of Idaho and Aberdeen is a locally owned potato fresh pack company, has been locally owned and serving the local area for nearly 25 years. Give Sun River of Idaho a call at 208-397-4166 today. Everyone at Sun River of Idaho is proud to support all Aberdeen student athletes, and they'd be proud tonight as we have some fireworks going off in the street just beyond the stadium. It's been a fireworks all night by the Aberdeen Tiger offense, leading 28-0. 4 rushing touchdowns, 2 by Ortiz, 1 by Shackelford, and 1 by Cannon Foster in his 1st touch of the game.
And we have some score updates for you. Westside is leading Ryrie 14-7 at halftime. Firth Cougars leading Grangeville 8-0 at the half as well. Onside kickers recovered successfully. Nice heads-up play from the Huskies. That's number 77 for the Huskies, Cameron Scholdberg. So the onside kick fails, and the Huskies will take over right at the 50-yard line. So good field position to start for this Huskies offense.
Yeah, you know, we've seen quite a few onside kicks surprisingly so far in the postseason, and they're at about a 0% success rate. I like the try though. You know, catch them off guard. Did it catch Huskies off guard here? As the Huskies are lining up quickly, and Aberdeen is confused.
Well, a lot of time on those onsides, you're keeping them from getting ahead of steam. And they do that a lot as the run goes for a loss of about a yard. But yeah, those kickoffs, they want to avoid those opportunities to get speed, get ahead of steam, and take off. After a couple of successful blocks, you can get really great returns. And so you see a lot of 8-man football, and obviously also in 3A where they'll do the onside kick to keep them from getting big returns. So first down goes for a loss of 1. Handoff up the middle, and he's upended, flipped. That run was by number 23, Andrew Martin. And that's happened a few times as Martin has been flipped. That's at least the second time tonight.
It's been a handful of times that the Huskies have been flipped. I don't know if Aberdeen learned a new tackling technique this week, but they've been nonstop upending the Huskies offense so far tonight. And another one right there, Andrew Martin taking the brunt of that one.
Ruger under center, 3rd and 7. Again, more 4-down territory for this Huskies team. Ruger will take it himself, has some blockers on that left side. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the first down. Should be about 4th and 1 for Huskies. So definitely a much more manageable 4th down than the last one that they had.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what they go here. Maybe a QB sneak, maybe Andrew Martin again, but 1 yard isn't a guarantee against this Aberdeen defense.
So they come up quick to the line of scrimmage. Again, trying to hike this ball less than 10 seconds. They push up the middle. Nice run there from Ruger. Lands, and he will get the first down. Excuse me, that was number 12 in the Wildcat, Peyton Martindale. So that's the first time we've called his game tonight. He's probably been in the game before, but first time we've called Peyton Martindale's name, and he takes the Wildcat for the first time. Although, is it the Wildcat when he is the backup quarterback?
Right, I don't know how to judge that, but I just want to say welcome back, Peyton Martindale. Wasn't expected to get back this season. And a big one right there as Ruger Lenz will carry this one.
And Lenz just gets back to the line of scrimmage. Surprised it wasn't a loss, but nice job by Lenz to lean forward as he was upended. A lot of these tackles, these players are getting off their feet. The Huskies offense is getting upended almost seems like every other, if not every tackle. Lenz again under center. He'll hand it off. And that's number 23 again, Andrew Martin.
Yeah,
and a couple big hits as the crowd all went ooh ah. Those are some hard hits from this Tigers defense.
Yeah, Martindale there checked back in. We'll see if they just keep going back and forth between Martindale and Lenz. So looks like Martindale's in now.
They do a hard count and they jump. Huskies hard count, Tigers jump. And that'll be a 5-yard gift from the Tigers to the Huskies. We are getting into the holiday season, Logan, so.
You got any big plans this Christmas, Joel?
Yeah, so every, we spend the holidays here in Idaho, and then for New Year's, we go down to California where a lot of family lives, and we enjoy some of the warmer weather, get out of the Idaho cold for a week or so. Handed off, another run up the middle. Huskies doing a little bit of Tigers offense now. And yeah, the Huskies have definitely turned up the tempo here on this drive, trying to catch the Tigers unawares, so to speak. 3:28 to play, 2nd and 6. Ball on about the 26-yard line in Tigers territory. Can Huskies finish the drive here with a score? Pitch to the far side by to Andrew Martin.
Another solid carry there. And this up-tempo offense is working pretty well right now, Joel, as they're marching up the field here. Another first down, moving the chains. Best spot of the field the Huskies have been at all night.
So Andrew Martin gets a first down on that pitch. Another pitch to Andrew Martin to the right side this time. And good tackle there from a host of them, including number 33, Tannen Nelson.
Yeah, this Aberdeen defense has been great. This has really been the first drive. They've kind of been a little bit stifled by the Husky offense. Maybe getting a little tired as Huskies aren't really allowing many subs on and off, and they're just marching up the field, going quick here.
2nd and 8, 2:25 to play in the third quarter. Lenz hands off again. They go right up the middle, hand off to number 33, Dodge Wynn. He's their big fullback who's been doing a lot of blocking, lead blocking. And remember, this Huskies offense, they love to move this ball quickly.
And one thing this drive I've noticed, Martindale's taken almost every single snap, and they're rolling pretty nice. Maybe a little bit better decision making with some of these handoffs.
Good call there, as that is Martindale handing the ball off, moving the ball quickly. Another run here from Dodge Wynn. And this offense, I like to do tight eye formations, read options, shotgun, a little wishbone.
Saw a little bit of a trick play earlier in this one where they snapped it straight to Martin. It was actually, you were talking to a concerned fan, but it snapped over Lenz's head into Martin. Didn't work much, only got a couple yards though.
Martindale tries to get across. Does he get it? They're signaling where they're walking. They're signaling that from our vantage point, it looks like he might be just short of the first down. But no, they give him the first down. First down Huskies. So with 1:21 to play in the third quarter, the Huskies do get the first down.
I was kind of hoping we got to see some of the chain gang
bring out that chain gang. Well, I thought maybe they were going to bring them out for a second there, but they don't. They confirm the first down. So with 1:10 to go in the third quarter, Huskies are knocking on the door. First and goal. Lenz now under center. Martindale under center, and that is Andrew Martin jumps over a tackler.
Might be a little bit of a miss on offsides call. Looked like number 56 in Aberdeen jumped a little early there. Nevertheless, 3 yards there for the Huskies.
Now ball on the 6-yard line.
4 yards, excuse me. Or, yeah.
Martindale takes the snap himself. He's going to try to run to the outside, and he is swallowed up on the designed run. And Martindale's giving them a different look. He's definitely moving this offense. Seems to be a bit more comfortable than Ruger Lenz as in this kind of more up-tempo speed. But he is dropped there, brings up 3rd and 6, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. It does. So at the end of 3, Aberdeen 28, North Fremont 0. Let's recognize a few sponsors, including the Idaho Bowl.
Yeah, the Idaho Bowl is a competition competed every year. And this year, Idaho Bowl is accepting now nominations for 6th to 8th grade athletes. If you got a future all-star of the making, visit IdahoBowl.com to nominate them today. In partnership with IdahoSports.com, the Idaho Bowl selects the best players across the state to compete in the premier youth all-star game. Plus, they're raising funds for the Ronald McDonald House Charities of Idaho. Don't miss your chance to be part of something special. Nominate now at IdahoBowl.com. And Franklin Building Supply is a proud supporter of all local student athletes and all the building professionals of Eastern Idaho. Their friendly and knowledgeable team is ready to help make your product a success from start to finish. Franklin Building Supply in Pocatello, it's worth the trip.
Really appreciate all our sponsors here tonight making this game live. Again, if you're unable to catch the first quarter and a half, but you're watching the game now, you paid for it, so then you can go back and it's archived, so you can go back and watch that first quarter and a half of action where Aberdeen Tigers went up quickly, 14-0. They punted, North Fremont punted, and then Lupe Ortiz made it 7-0. Then he made it 14-0 again after North Fremont punted, and those were our first 2 scores of this game. But here we go, the final quarter of action of this quarterfinals matchup, and Huskies are trying to make it 28-6 as we have some whistles, and it looks like it's going to be false start on the Huskies. Going to march them 5 yards back, so 3rd and 11. Still 3rd and goal for the Huskies.
Yeah, we've seen some absolute penalty as drive killers for the Huskies, and luckily those have been on first downs. This one on 3rd down. It's one of their most crucial penalties so far of the game. And Aberdeen has been shut out for, North Fremont's been shut out for 7 quarters now worth of play against Aberdeen this season. Looking to break that drought here. They're definitely 2 plays to find the end zone.
And, if you're the Huskies, you may not be able to get this win tonight, but you want to win the next rep. You want to win the next drive. You want to win, the next minute. And with 3rd and goal on the 11-yard line, they would really need to win this next rep.
Another illegal motion on the offense.
And unfortunately, there is another flag on the play. Illegal. They're going to call it illegal motion on the Huskies. So they go from 3rd and 6 to 3rd and 16 after 2 penalties.
Absolutely brutal there. Just lost one of their first downs pretty much, and now they're going to have to still 2 down territories. They don't have to get it all in one play, but nevertheless, just devastating penalties. So far, Aberdeen's played an almost perfect game penalty-wise. I believe only 1 penalty on Aberdeen. That was just before the end of the first half.
This is Martindale under center again. Again, he wasn't going to play the rest of the season, but he was cleared to play this week. Martindale runs out to the far side, trying to outrun the tackler. He does. He throws the ball up. He's got a man almost open. Is he able to catch that? Do they give it to him? They do. It's touchdown, Huskies.
Wow. What a throw. What a catch.
Martindale on the run to the far side, throws it to the back of the far side of the end zone to Travis Marshall for about a 16-yard throw. We're going to call it a 16-yard throw.
Yeah, and a little more got it in the back of the end zone. Just got a 1 foot in there.
2-point conversion pending. They hand it off, and they follow the blockers right up the middle. And that 2-point conversion is good by the Huskies.
It's not over quite yet. Huskies at least don't believe that. They have 11:48 left. It's down 21. We have another sponsor here. Kim Wallen is proud to be a 3rd-generation farmer and huge supporter of the local community and schools. Kim Wallen Farms raises wheat, sugar beets, corn, and you guessed it, Joel, potatoes on prime farmland. Everyone at Kim Wallen Farms wants to wish Aberdeen Tigers good luck in tonight's game. And one more for you. Do you have a student graduating from high school next spring? And are you a customer of Fall River Electric? Well, be sure to apply for a $2,400 scholarship to continue your student's education. Scholarship applications will be available in January at fallelectric.com. Member-owned and member-controlled Fall Electric Cooperative. And Grand Peaks, your community health center, is proud to support local athletes to keep them healthy on the road to the state title. Grand Peaks, located in St. Anthony and Rexburg, and now in Idaho Falls, provides affordable medical, dental, behavioral health, and pharmacy services for the entire family. Visit grandpeaks.org online for full services. Good luck to all the Huskies from the staff at Grand Peaks. Now, easy onside kick decision. See how strong the boys from Ashton are on the onside kick game.
So Peyton Martindale rolls to his right and hits Travis Marshall for the 11-yard touchdown catch. 2-point conversion is good. Ran by Dodge Wynn. Brings the score to 28-8 with 11:48 to play in this game. Huskies, like Logan Kelso said, will probably do the onside kick. They do. And the ball is recovered really nicely by Tigers. Great coverage by the Tiger special teams.
A great job there is to get the ball and get on the ground, not giving a second chance. Maybe you see it on onside kicks a couple times. I've seen it a lot in college. If they try to pick up and run, a lot of the times they don't have the ball completely in their hands and they just get blown up because they don't have their eyes downfield. Smart decision there by Aberdeen just to take it to the ground, secure the ball, and now see the heavy dose of run to run out this clock. To try to run this clock, I should say.
Aberdeen lines up in the shotgun with strength right. They hand it off. They do go right. Trying to get to the outside, but he is tackled. That was number 9 on the run, Eston Beck.
Owen Reed's been impressive.
Tackled by Owen Reed. So Owen Reed playing in the backfield on the run, but also plays a little bit of linebacker, a lot of linebacker. The junior do it all.
He's been one of the few guys really on North Fremont to get these one-on-one tackles, not having a gang tackle. When you got Owen Reed back there, he's been able to wrap up all the ball carriers in his direction so far tonight.
Done a good job staying on his toes on both offense and defense, never getting on his heels. The 2nd and 9 after the 1-yard gain by this offense. Handoff up the middle, and he'll get just shy of 4 yards for the ball carrier. Looks like we got a timeout by the Huskies, and we'll recognize some more sponsors there, Logan.
Yeah, Tonjes, Brizey, and Orm dental offices make visits enjoyable and positive with 2 convenient locations in St. Anthony and Ashton. With budget-friendly payment plans and family dentistry offered at such a great value, the offices of Tonjes, Brizey, and Orm really is a wonderful place to make your entire family's dental home. Tonjes, Brizey, and Orm, caring family dentists, wish the Huskies good luck in tonight's game. Visit at tvodental.com for more information.
And, I wish, we had a little bit more technology going for us. We could show you some replays because this Aberdeen Tigers offense is super fun to break down. Obviously, they ground and pound. Their assignments out on their blocks, but they mix in some shotgun, double wing from Tim Murphy days. And then it's kind of similar to that wing tee, but they want to double team blocking on the play side. And you'll watch it here as Lupe Ortiz takes it up the middle. And you got 2 guys blocking for him, and he breaks through second, even third level, if you will. First down and then some, 25-yard run from Lupe Ortiz.
Yeah, really one of his first big carries here in the second half. And he is, maybe thought, maybe he could be a little bit cold having to sit on the sideline for a little bit during the Huskies.
Go ahead, Logan.
But now broke all those rumors there when he just busted out for around 25 yards to give a big first down.
That may have been his longest break of the night during that Huskies drive. Surveys the defense, awaits the snap. Takes it, hands it off. They hit that B gap. That's number 9 on the carry. Eston Beck, the senior.
Eston Beck wants to play a couple more games in his high school career, as they are just under 10 minutes away from going to the semifinals, awaiting the winner of Westside and
Westside and Ryrie.
Ryrie, that's right. I said Ryrie once on the news and got hated on by all the locals here, so I can't mess that one up again.
Yeah, so if you're looking on your brackets on IdahoSports.com, and we'll talk about this just after this play is over. Mention the playoff implications here for this game. Runs out of real estate. That's number 8, Luke Shackelford. Haven't called his name much in this second half. But with those brackets, you got Declan Nampa Christian playing tonight. Grangeville Firth, that's at the top of the bracket. And at the bottom of the bracket, you have Aberdeen North Fremont tonight. And then Westside Ryrie. Aberdeen the 2nd seed, North Fremont the 7th seed, and Westside and Ryrie the 3 seed and 6th seed respectively. So the winners of these 2 teams will play each other So it will be an East Idaho semifinal. The question is, will it be an East Idaho final? Can Firth, who is at the top of your bracket, or Declo's more in Magic Valley, but this year they've been playing in 3A SEIC as Lupe Ortiz tries to take it through that BC gap. And a violent run from Lupe Ortiz will not go down, and he will get the first down.
Yeah, a little off topic, but I called the game in Minico against Emmett, and
out there in the Magic Valley.
Yeah, I researched the cities. I've never been out to Rupert before, and Declo is also part of this. It's called a micropolitan area, which I never heard of before. Micropolitan is a metro of under 50,000 people, so it's the Burley micropolitan area.
Right, you have a lot of those towns. I don't even want to call them small towns, but you have a lot of those towns all kind of within just a few miles of each other. And so if Declo or Firth can get through to the semis, even to the final, we could have an all-East final matchup. Hand off to Shackelford. Shackelford picking his way for a couple more yards. Nice run from the senior, Luke Shackelford, who's had a great high school career. And, of course, he's another one of these seniors who would love to continue to play not just next game, but the game after. And do the East Idaho Prepcast with Sean Kane every Wednesday night at about 8:30. We go live. Love to have all of you join and shout out your favorite team, player. And we've been talking about Luke Shackelford and this Aberdeen Tigers offense for a while. And we've been talking about this 3A in general, this 3A classification. And East Idaho dominates in 3A football. Hand off to the right side. He cuts inside. Great move there from number 9, Eston Beck. And does he get in? He does. Touchdown, Eston Beck, picking his way through, makes a man miss, cuts inside, touchdown, Tigers.
Once again, just another dominant, run-heavy possession by the Tigers to eclipse 30 in this one.
And this time they will go for another field goal. Guillermo Barrera on the PAT attempt. Good snap, good hold, solid kick from Barrera. Can't roll the R every time. And Barrera nails it, making it 35-8 with 7:28 to play in the fourth. Logan.
Yeah, St. Anthony Motors, you get a $10 oil change for life. You heard that right, for life with the purchase of any new or pre-owned vehicle. That's right, buy any new or pre-owned vehicle with only $10 for oil changes as long as you own the vehicle. St. Anthony Motors also services all makes and models. Their service department loves servicing Southeast Idaho with professional and expert customer service. Come in today and talk with their amazing sales team to find the perfect vehicle for your needs. You'll find that at St. Anthony Motors. Everything just a tad less.
So a quick game reset in the second half. North Fremont to start the third quarter, to start the second half. They ended up turning it over on downs as they were in four down territory. Then Aberdeen's Cannon Foster had the 10-yard inside zone touchdown run, making it 28-0 with 7:01 to play. And that was all the third quarter, Logan.
Yep.
As we got fireworks going on in the background. Awesome atmosphere tonight at Aberdeen. And then the fourth, Travis Marshall, 11-yard touchdown catch for North Fremont. 2-point conversion was good, making it 28-8 with 11:48 to play. And then with 7:28 to play, we had a touchdown from Eston Beck. The kickoff is fumbled, but it is recovered, picked up by Fremont. And they get a couple yards for the kickoff return. And they'll start their drive at about the 30-yard line. Excuse me, at the 25-yard line. And so for those counting at home, well, go ahead, Logan.
Oh, I was just saying we got our first final score of the night. Tri-Valley takes down Rockland 42-6 in the ICCU Dome.
Martindale throws to the flats. Well, a screen play. And they'll get about 4 yards to start this drive. 7:10 to play in the fourth.
And that'll keep the clock moving. But up-tempo offense here for North Fremont. See if they continue that here. I expect them to down 27 points.
Martindale again continued to run this team. Excuse me, that is not Martindale, but Owen Reed taking the direct snap. A little wildcat play. Who we haven't seen is Ruger Lenz. You know, you wonder if they wanted to bring in a different look, and that was one of the adjustments they made at halftime. Because Ruger Lenz did play a little bit in that third, but it was quickly Martindale after that, and brought that more up-tempo style, and they were able to score, you know, a few drives after Martindale came in. So nice adjustment there from Coach Director. Of course, Coach Director calls the offensive plays, and he's got some great assistants helping him out on the defense. Martindale fakes to go long, throws it short, and he is walloped. Hit almost as soon as he caught.
Yeah, the ball kind of hung up in the air a little too long, and the receiver had zero idea where the defender was.
And they're going to call it defenseless receiver, and it's going to be a personal foul. And while it's tough to slow down if you're a defender, you got to give them a chance to catch the ball before catch the ball and then have some chance to collect themselves. But that is a hard play, Logan.
Yeah, I mean, I can't argue with the call. That he was clearly defenseless. He had zero idea where it was. He caught the ball, and as he was catching, just got absolutely nailed. Shockford kind of with a lower body hit too. Even if it was a defensive receiver, that was a little unnecessary of a hit, nevertheless.
Yeah, again, tough plays for both for the defender. When you're coming in hot to make that tackle, hard to slow down, and also you don't want them to be able to catch it and then make a move on you.
Exactly.
So it's super tough play to call on defense and for the officials, but they do call the penalty. Will bring a 1st and 10 with 5:50 to play. That play goes for a loss of a couple yards. Bring up 2nd and long for the Huskies.
And the clock will continue to run here. The time is just quickly running for North Fremont, as they'll have most likely just 5:30 left in their season. But like you said, just keep winning each second, each minute. Still up to win this quarter. So they're already up 8-7 in this quarter alone. So North Fremont trying to secure that.
Martindale, play action. He wants to throw long. He does. That ball hangs again. And that ball falls.
Wow.
It is caught. I'm waiting for a signal from the official. They're calling it was caught by the Huskies.
That's what I thought. I thought he came down with it. Great catch. I mean, unbelievable catch. He had double coverage on him and comes down with it. And the Huskies have had a couple impressive passing catches here in the second half. Martindale just lobbed it up there, giving his receiver a chance.
I could not tell who caught that ball, but as they were falling down, they wrestled for it, and Huskies ball. And looking to score before the end of this game with 4:45 and counting to play. Just outside the red zone are the Huskies.
They have 12 guys on the field right now.
And the Huskies looked like they were trying to catch the Tigers off sides, but they end up false starting themselves, which will be 1st and 15. But remember, last time they shot themselves in the foot with a number of penalties. They ended up going to the end zone for a touchdown.
Under 4.5 minutes.
And with about 4:30 to play in the game, you wonder if they might go for a big one here, Logan.
Yeah, may as well. Clock's running still despite the penalty, but yeah, definitely I'd see a big shot play here.
Martindale under center. It's a fake handoff. He's going to take it himself. Nice block in there on the outside. He cuts inside. and gets just inside the 10. Nice running there from Martindale. Better blocking from the Huskies.
Yeah, another first down. Huskies have been, ever since Martindale's kind of taken over as a general of this offense here in the second half, they have been just rolling the ball down the field. There's really a second possession having the ball. In both possessions, they've gone into the red zone.
Martindale under center once again. 2 men in that tight I formation. They pitch it to the first guy. And the Tigers blow that up. Nice read from the Tigers defense. That was 16 Hunter Hogel on the carry, one of the few seniors on this team. Looks like he lost his shoe, so he's going to get that shoe back on. So the clock continues to run. Almost 3 minutes to play. We'll bring up second and goal on the 10-yard line. Martindale under center again. He'll take it himself. Tries to cut inside, trying to get past tacklers. Can't. And maybe gets a yard. I saw something bouncing on the field. Is there a flag on the play?
There was a flag thrown. I'm really not sure what it would be. It was holding, it looks like.
So we'll hold against the Huskies. We'll bring up a redo of third down. But third and goal still. But now that goal is now 20 yards away.
Last time they had third and goal was from their 16-yard line, and they found a way to get it in. Huskies just like to make it harder on themselves, I guess.
That was that throw from Martindale to Travis Marshall. And that was the start of the fourth quarter. Can we end the fourth quarter with another Huskies throwing touchdown? Martindale under center again, a little play action. He's going to throw long, thrown into coverage. Will that ball be picked off? They're wrestling. What's the call?
Interception.
They do call an interception. So that time the ball is intercepted by the Tigers defense. Thrown into a four-man coverage, Logan. And they turn the ball over. Aberdeen Tigers football.
That was kind of odd. Usually when you see an interception, you see the whole sideline kind of lose their minds. There was kind of, just
both sides were kind of waiting for the call.
Yeah,
maybe it was from the last interception where no one was quite sure where who came up with it. Well, I guess the last non-interception was a completed pass. So Huskies aren't able to capitalize on that drive. And with 2:09 to play in the game, you expect Aberdeen to be able to run this clock out. And the ball off, hit that B gap. Again, more solid running from the Tigers offense. Just like Priest River last Saturday, Logan, most run plays, if not every run play, has been positive.
Yeah, they've really yet to show really many weaknesses in the playoffs so far, really all season outside their loss to Westside where they lost the turnover battle by 3, yet they're only lost by 2 in that one. Aberdeen's been a dominant team all year, and a great time for the run game really to step into their prime, the perfect time of the season. Catch fire.
.128 to play in the game. Huskies will end their season here as Aberdeen continues to get positive yards on the ground. Huskies, really impressive season. First year head coach Keith Director is very excited about his team. Loves these boys, loves the community. Can't wait to keep going with this young team. Again, 5 seniors, only 2 started. And Huskies will have a lot to be excited about as they go into the offseason, making it back to the playoffs. First, getting to the quarterfinals after their opening play-in matchup against West J. Solid season from the Huskies, Logan.
Yeah, I tell you what, Joel, that QB battle will be next year between Martindale and Lenz will be a fun one to start the spring and the fall next season.
And Tigers kneel it out. Hugs from both sides. Great sportsmanship from the Huskies and the Tigers. And I think they'll have one more play here, one more kneel from Ortiz. And there it is. Again, more handshakes, more great sportsmanship. And as the clock ticks down to 0. The North Fremont Husky season ends. Aberdeen Tigers season continues as they will go to the semifinals and either play West Side or Ryrie next Friday or Saturday. That is the end of the game. 35-8 ball game. Aberdeen Tigers defeat the North Fremont Huskies. We'll take a quick break and be right back for our post-game show and to award our IdahoSports.com player of the game. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Let's talk about open enrollment for health insurance. Your Health Idaho's got you covered with all you need to know. Open enrollment is the time of year where you can enroll in or change your health insurance coverage. And Your Health Idaho is the place to go for quality coverage at a lower cost. 25% of enrollees pay $25 or less. Make sure to enroll by December 16th to get covered and save money.
This year, help dreams come true with the Ideal Idaho 529 Education Savings Program. Our easy-to-use tools make it simple to plan for your child's education. With tax benefits, ownership flexibility, Ideal is the perfect way to save for college, trade school, K-12 education, and student loan repayment. Join us at our next webinar to learn more about the 529 plan. Enrolling takes just 15 minutes and you can start with just $25. Visit idsaves.org if you would like to learn more.
This has been a presentation of IdahoSports.com GameStreams. This broadcast is copyrighted to IdahoSports.com. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the expressed written consent of IdahoSports.com is strictly prohibited.
All right, welcome back to IdahoSports.com quarterfinals. We have our final score 35-6. Aberdeen defeats North Fremont. Aberdeen Tigers defeat the North Fremont Huskies. It was 35-8, not 35-6, 35-8. And solid game from Aberdeen. Really a bit of a slow start just with that quick punt from them and North Fremont. But after that, Aberdeen scored on every possession except for the last one at the end of the game and the one before halftime, Logan.
Yeah, it was all Aberdeen. North Fremont with the QB change, Martindale in the second half, did give them a little bit better of an offense, but Aberdeen was just the rush offense, just a little too much to swallow for the Huskies tonight.
Yeah, and we had, Lupe Ortiz with a couple touchdowns, Shackleford with one 10-yard rushing touchdown, Cannon Foster with that inside zone rushing touchdown, 10-yarder, and then Eston Beck with the 6-yard touchdown rush. Of course, they had a number of PATs from the man Guillermo Barrera, and then one 2-point conversion was good. And then from the North Fremont Huskies, they're not shut out tonight. They were able to score a touchdown and get the 2-point conversion. That was a throw from Martindale, like you mentioned, Logan, to Travis Marshall. 11-yard touchdown catch, 2-point conversion was good, making it 28-8. That was with 11:48 to play in the fourth quarter. North Fremont tried to go again, but they ended up throwing an interception to end their drive, and then Aberdeen ran it out and then kneeled the ball, which led us to our 35-8 final score. Last thing to do is to award our IdahoSports.com player of the game. And Logan, who's it going to be?
It got to be Lupe Ortiz. 2 rushing touchdowns tonight. He was impressive all night. It seemed like he had, I'd argue, the most rushing yards in the game. Just truly the general of the offense. Captain of the team as a junior. He's just all around impressive tonight, Joel.
Yeah, can't wait to continue to watch Lupe Ortiz. Been so fun to watch him this season. Watched him last game, you and I, against Priest River, and he really is the commander on the field of this offense. Everything goes through him. Obviously, he's doing his own running, and then his mesh points are, for the most part, flawless. Yeah, a few fumbles here and there, but for the most part, great handoffs. He runs the ball himself. He's so quick. How Lupe goes, so goes this team. They have a great stable of running backs, but it really starts with Lupe Ortiz. So Lupe Ortiz is our IdahoSports.com player of the game. And, of course, tonight's player of the game is brought to you by the Idaho Office of Highway Safety, reminding you to always keep your head in the game. Whether you are on the field or the road, be in the moment and free from distractions. For the North Fremont Huskies, Logan, end of the road for them, end of their season. They go into the offseason, though. They got to hold their heads high.
Yeah, first-year head coach, Coach Keith Director. First year, he got the community to buy in. And, year one, they got a playoff win. They got to the quarterfinals. They're going to most likely play Aberdeen again next year in the regular season. That'll be a date circled on their calendar next year.
Doubt.
And there will be a fun quarterback battle between incoming senior next year will be Peyton Martindale and the sophomore, Ruger Lenz. That'll be a fun battle to watch throughout the spring and in the fall. The Huskies only graduating 5 seniors. They should be back next season.
No doubt. Let's see if we can catch some more scores for you just from 3A. See if there's any updates. There aren't. So continue to look back at the IdahoSports.com, our IdahoSports.com's Friday Night Flash as scores are updated, and Aberdeen will know who their future foe is, whether either West Side Pirates or the Ryrie Bulldogs. Either of those games are going to be awesome, and we'll see. Maybe Logan, you and I it'll be third time's a charm.
That'd
here
awesome.
at Aberdeen, and it'll be our 5th game together in the last few weeks. We thank everyone for being on the call tonight, with us for this call tonight, as the Aberdeen Tigers defeat the North Fremont Huskies by a score of 35-8. Again, if you missed the first quarter and a half, you've bought the game, you have it already, it's now archived. You can go back and watch that first quarter and a half, as we had a couple touchdowns there from Lupe Ortiz and company. But for Logan Kelso and I, we're going to wrap this up. This has been an IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of the 2024 Idaho High School Football Postseason, brought to you by Project Filter, Your Health Idaho, Ideal Idaho's College Savings Program, Valleywide Cooperative, your local Toyota dealers, Dip Fusion Helmet Reconditioning, and the Idaho Office of Highway Safety. This broadcast was also made possible by the great support from these local businesses: Diesel Depot, 21st Century Auto Sales LLC, Sun River of Idaho, Kim Wallen, St. Anthony Motors, Crapo LTD, Pocock Trucking, Big Judd's, Grand Peaks, Fall River Rural Electric Cooperative, Tonjes, Bryzy, and Orm Dental Offices, Pro Pete Fertilizer, and we also had this is Pro Pete Fertilizer.
Yeah, and Franklin Building Supply, if you haven't mentioned that one yet. And make sure to nominate some kids for the Idaho Bowl on IdahoBowl.com. That'll be that's a great sponsor of us here at IdahoSports.com. We'll be broadcasting the Idaho Bowl, so make sure to nominate. If you have a 6th or 8th grader, nominate your kid on IdahoBowl.com.
And special thanks to Athletic Director Natalie Lewis and everyone here at Aberdeen High School for their hospitality, great atmosphere, fireworks as the team was winning, making their way to the semifinals. Just been a great time. If this is our last game here this season, this postseason, just super grateful for everyone here at Aberdeen, especially grateful to Natalie Lewis for their hospitality and help in getting this game broadcast to you all out there. Congratulations again to our IdahoSports.com player of the game, presented by the Idaho Office of Highway Safety, Lupe Ortiz, 2 rushing touchdowns and commanding this Tigers offense. Thanks again for joining us as the Aberdeen Tigers defeat the North Fremont Huskies by a score of 35-8. For my broadcast partner,